why shouldn't you? At one point or another, all of you guys have a desire to fit into a group. It may be the jocks, the preps, the musicians, whatever it is, you in a sense belong to that group and feel secure when you're a part of it. The group identifies who you are and what you're about. But what if somebody in the group started doing something that was hurtful, wrong, or even illegal, and they tried to get you to do it too? That's what peer pressure is. Peer pressure is the idea to conform to the behaviors, attitudes, and personal habits of others. Peer pressure is one thing that all teens have in common. You can't escape it, it's everywhere. No matter popular or how liked you are, everyone faces it at one point or another. Have you ever been asked to do something that you shouldn't do and you didn't really know how to say no? That's a sign that you've already came into contact with it. Although I may be young yet, I've seen many, many types of peer pressure, and I've even came into contact with it. And I must admit, at times it is hard to say no. The three most common types that you might be pressured into are drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. Let's see what these three types are about. First off, alcohol. One of the most common things people try to pressure you into is to drink alcohol. In Special to the Inquirer, Robert Etsky, Executive Director of the Council on Addictive Diseases, told readers and listeners that kids hear drinking is wrong, but see parents drink, and that leaves many of them confused. Alcohol is really hard to say no to in the fact that it's always going to be around you. The legal age to drink is 21 for a reason. Your brain isn't mature before 21, and even when you're 21, it isn't completely mature. Drinking affects your judgment and it makes you make very poor decisions. Every one of you have a bright future, and why would you want to mess that up by drinking? Ever since I can remember, I've had alcohol around me occasionally, and I've seen and heard many stories where people have gotten DUIs and that caused their license to get revoked, and people have gotten minors, which really messed up everything for them in high school, including sports and extracurriculars. The stories are numerous. Let me take you to the next thing that you might have to face next, tobacco. The second most well-known thing that your peers will try to pressure you into is tobacco. Smoking is legal, yes. 18 years is a milestone in the fact that you're now able to purchase tobacco and chewing tobacco. One cool fact about it is that the commercials aren't actually targeted towards people who are over 18 and can buy it. They're targeted towards you guys. They make it look cool and adventurous to try. And I think that's what gets a lot of people to try it. It's a social activity. When one person goes out to have a cigarette or chew, everyone usually goes and joins them. I think that's why a lot of kids are open to trying it. Tobacco is the leading cause of mouth, throat, and lung cancer. In 2005 NBC News segment, Sex and Peer Pressure, Neil Bernstein asked parents how they felt their children have came into contact with peer pressure. And one parent said that peer pressure is probably our greatest fear. We like to think our kids are informed about all the dangers that it is, but all it takes is one bad kid and a moment of weakness and boom, he's in trouble. As you go into high school, you're probably going to want to try either smoking or chewing to feel more mature, but it's a nasty habit. If you ask a lot of adults, they'll say that they wish they could stop. Ingredients in tobacco are very addictive. They are considered a drug, which leads me to my final point, drugs. The last, but by far not the least type of peer pressure you may come into contact with is peer pressure with drugs. Why on earth would people try to get you to do drugs? I don't know. It's a tough question to answer. A lot of people have tried them to be dangerous and adventurous. A kid gets high one day, he likes it. He tells his friend, he tries it, he likes it, and it's a never-ending cycle. A lot of people do them because they have built up tension and they want to get it out and rebel even more. They want to escape, and they think this is the answer to all their problems. But it's not. If you talk to a lot of people who have started using, they say that they wish they could stop and that it's hard for them to find who they were before they started using. No matter how bad the drug, it is still bad for you and you don't want to do it. It's all wrong. So in conclusion, the three most common things when it comes to peer pressure are drugs, alcohol, and tobacco. I've told you about these in order to help you say no and realize why they are so bad. In Messages from Teens on the Big Screen, a book published in 2006, Susanna Stern told readers that the cold hard truth to drinking and smoking and doing drugs endure as a popular yet dangerous activity among American teenagers. I can only hope that learning about these three will help you say no in the future and help you live a substance-free, healthy lifestyle. However hard your life might get at times, there is no telling how far you can go. A quote by an author unknown said that there's no telling how many miles you have to run chasing a dream. So never give up and always keep on trying and try to say no to all these bad things.